Hello everyone, welcome to another pick a card. I'll be shuffling live for this new moon today. Um, I first want to say it feels really like whoa everywhere, like kind of like an energy of like it's a little bit of messages coming from everywhere, from relationships, from from dreams. Um, yeah, as far as I've seen. It is a communication sign new moon on Gemini as far as Western astrology. But let me know in the comments what else you think it is about. I would love to check out whatever this community has to say because you guys have your own channelings this way. So I would love to know if you feel called to. Okay, welcome and calling now your guys' spirit team to bring on messages for everyone as a collective download of clarity for the greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get the first card. For the first card, we have, okay, Mount Shasta. Oh, okay. So, all right, let me set some space here so you guys can see. So the first card, Mount Shasta, it's all about grounding, about receiving light codes, which is like just what I was talking about, receiving light codes. Also being able to translate those light codes in a way and being able to see really what they mean, because not always it's a literal way, but it's some symbolic way of coming, and then you decipher them as your human well, human vessel, right? You translate it differently. Here, for example, you're getting, for example, the phrase "you're getting rich" may not mean you're getting literally monetarily, materialistically rich, but you're getting rich in health. You're finally able to do this, and a chain of reaction forms. A butterfly effect comes in, and now you're in such a grounded state with your health, and your physical body is very balanced chemically and emotionally, that now you can create all of those things that you wanted to, that project, and that eventually gives you monetary abundance. But the meaning here, the translating the codes here, that what I want to get to is that they're not literal, and you have to kind of find like the riddle in the codes. That's what I'm getting for this new moon. Let's read what it has to say in the book. It says, your origins, the seeds that make you what and who you star beings, sacred power places, unexplained mystical phenomena, intuitive messages and downloads, dreams and visions. Okay, this card is about origins. It is time to honor and look more deeply into your ancestry, both your bloodline and your etheric lineage. Do you have an affinity with any star beings? Connecting with them might allow you greater insight into your traits, your strengths, and challenges. Perhaps you have a Lemurian connection. This card may also be encouraging you to visit sacred places you feel attracted to. They may have an intuitive message too. So you might want to feel called like to visiting I'm hearing like the lake around your area. Um Also maybe some trails, maybe you're feeling called to go on a hike, maybe you're feeling called to just go anywhere literally around the mountains. But that is just like a general message of you moving to somewhere else to really ground, plant your feet down on earth, and channel whatever you need to channel, really. Okay, let's see what ammo card you're gonna get now. Okay, for this new moon, what does the viewers have to know, Spirit, for clarity and what is going on as a collective energy update? Please give me some general energies that have to do with this specific new moon going on through this week. Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay. Okay. Two of them came out. Let's see what the two are. Vulture and the earthworm. Yeah, I think with the earthworm here, you're trying something new, maybe. That's what I'm feeling. Like you're feeling like maybe you have to learn a lot before even starting something. Um, Maybe you have to learn a lot about whatever you're going through right now, as this energy is like downloading through your body, and you feel like you need to reset, or you need to, do a little yoga before, do a little twirling, do a little just generally like anchoring these energies, because this is a earth sign too, and in the book it says it's about being a novice, like, and a new learner, and precisely Gemini new moon is about learning things because you love to do it, because of the enjoyment of learning new things, and not so much because of the destination or the result, or what am I going to get on that exam, like, oh shit, like I gotta do it, I'm so stressed out, I gotta do it. And not so much because of that, but actually an example that I'm like channeling right now is like you taking a class because you actually enjoy to do it. You enjoy to just receiving these downloads, and you enjoy being a novice and learning this new exciting thing that you're actually gonna apply for the rest of your life. Let's check out the vulture here. We have the air element, which Gemini is an earth element, so this might resonate with whatever this new moon is exactly bringing on. Let me see the vulture energy. It says guardian and purifier, essential for balance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do, and cleans up our messes. The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. Okay, so there's definitely a need to purify your thoughts in regards to what you're trying to achieve right now, or trying to start right now, since it's a new moon. Like, not that you're starting it right now, but you're planting the seeds, as they say, on the new moon, and but like generating these new ideas. And I think you need to do so in a place where you can ground. Literally, you might be attracted to Mount Shasta. But this doesn't have to be literal. But I know there's a lot of people watching that are close by to Mount Shasta, so that could be a place. But I feel like you really need to make me think about what is the energy in me that is just, it just gets really it just gets really frustrated or loses patience when you're finding yourself in like a riddle kind of thing. You're finding yourself like, oh, hechos bolas, because you don't really know what you're dealing with completely, because you're learning. And that frustration is probably what it talks about here with the vulture, that you need to find the energy that comes to your aid and cleans up the mess. You need to find that vulture energy in you. It says, when in balance, clarifies, reveals wisdom. When out of balance, dramatic and aggressive. Yeah, you need to know how to channel your emotions when being dramatic or aggressive. When speaking and communicating, is an element, with the communication here. This is what this new moon is about. It says to bring into balance, clean your space, sage. That is such a confirmation. Yeah. Yeah, to clean up and sage can mean just go outside your home, just be around the birds, be around some trees, just look at the sky, the clouds, even if you don't have access to that, you know. Yeah, I would recommend to also like literally sage. Just one little leaf is enough. You don't need to burn a whole stick of sage, but one little leaf is does a lot. One little effort from your part is the big enough intention. You don't have to be an expert and believe that you need to be like the teacher before you even start the job. You are the learner right now. That is a perfect position for you to be in right now. And when you feel like you're getting too frustrated here with the culture and maybe out of balance and being a little bit over dramatic, or spitting up your anger to others or something, um, just look for that center and be in that curious mind state that brings the wisdom in, you know that brings the wisdom when you are like in the mindset of, yes, I'm gonna learn and I don't need to know it all, kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get some of your tarot here. Okay, what does it need to know with these energies of the vulture, the earthworm, and the Manchester card? Spirit, release the moon, please, and thank you. Okay, just one card. Just one card for clarifying these energies. Thank you. Okay, you got the Six of Swords. So definitely, yeah, you need to be in some sort of state that allows you to be in acceptance of whatever is going on right now for you. And this new one, it's going to be more about like this channelings and downloads and symbols that you're receiving. Um, they're gonna help you deal with some sort of, probably like some sort of loss or some sort of change. It doesn't always mean losing someone literally, but it might have to do with your relationships, because Gemini loves relationships that are like really social butterflies. So that's the energy that is around this new moon. And from what I'm downloading right now, since this is upright, it is gonna be for the better good, of you live in some sort of situation, relationship, or place. um, and you're gonna be asked to really take this on as a curious mind, as like, yeah, like, why do I have to go through this and move countries, or why do I have to do this and have this transformation that is a big shift right now? And then it might be harsh, but in the end you're gonna be really grounded. You're gonna be being able to face what comes on forward, moving on, kind of thing here. So let's get your Dharma card. Okay, just the phrase for the Six of Swords, energy spirit. Phrase for the Six of Swords. Knowledge for this new one. And thank you. The plurality. Okay. You're taking the image because this deck is about taking in the images. They all have different image. So now let's read it. The truth is one, but the teachers are many, for each has a different lesson to impart. Yeah. I think that all the lessons that you're going to learn, you need to take whatever resonates with you from each of those lessons and not take everything as literal, or like not take it as like, okay, this one teacher has the right answer. Like you're gonna explore many things as this energy of this new moon, with these new things that are coming. Yeah, I want to get one more tarot for this energy of being. And yeah, and like I'm feeling right now, like with the vulture, what seems as a maybe like frustrating and trouble to you, it might be a blessing in disguise, that you're actually having this fracture, this fragmentation going on, or just heartbreak, or anything like that. So let's confirm with the tarot. Yeah. Oh, yes. You got the King of Cups. Look at that. Look at that triumph. Yeah, this new moon, you're setting the intention to be really balanced between the heart and the mind with this King of Cups. And that's often what we have to do with the masculine being a little bit unbalanced, because, and I'm saying this because you got both like men on the pictures of this tarot, but just the masculine energy, of like being able to make the call, make the shots for anything that you're trying to create. And in your relationships, you're gonna be able to be like in a state of calmness when trying to talk to someone. For example, can I be able to calmly cut cords with someone, even though it's not so pretty? Like there's a sense of like, yes, you're gonna be able to manage it, real good. Um, but also like there's this energy of like you, when you're leaving this behind, you're having this blessing coming in, of being able to learn to be a novice and be super, super happy in that position, and being able to receive these messages and learn from great teachers, because you might as well be relating yourself to someone that's might be a man, or with just a really um big masculine energy of like really being a great guide and teacher. And remember, there are a lot of teachers, like the plurality card says. There are a lot of teachers that you can take from, and you don't need to, close yourself up to just one. And that symbolically means that you don't need to close off to just one idea, and be open-minded and not get stuck on one of your morals or one of your values, and be able to transform and take a little bit pieces of anything or everything. You're gonna be able to be really compassionate here with the King of Cups. So don't worry about hurting someone's feelings. That's what I'm hearing. Hmm. And yes, don't worry about you being kind of like unstable, maybe, or a little bit lost because you're barely learning how to do this. Because this is a great like financial stability card as well. So let's get your Oracle affirmation. Oracle affirmations to spirit for this new moon, for the collective. Hmm. Okay. And this one, and this one, this one. Awesome. Okay, let's read the first one. I strive to see myself fully and understand myself more deeply. I strive to see myself fully and understand myself deeply. This might be an affirmation that you want to repeat. If you want to screenshot it, I feel like some of you might benefit from just words out loud, words, communication, Gemini, new moon, like trying this new thing of speaking up affirmations, like, like kind of like your words are spells, they're magical. And if you haven't before, like why not, be the novice and try it for the first time. If you feel called to it, it says, I trust in my strength and wisdom to keep myself safe while staying true to myself. These are the affirmations for this new moon from Spirit. I invite you to say them at least maybe once. If you do candle work, that's perfect. You might even want to write them down. This might want to be have find a spot into your vision board for this new moon, for new projects, for just new you, for you attracting deep, meaningful connections that align in harmony with yourself. I trust in my strength and wisdom to keep myself safe while staying true to myself. Yeah, you need to trust your or inner wisdom, even if you are a student. Okay. It says, I treat myself with the love and respect I wish to receive from others. I treat myself with the love and respect I wish to receive from others. So yeah, with the vulture card here, remember to really balance your anger when you're speaking and communicating with such transparency. Even if someone will get hurt, it won't be because of your tone or because you're being an asshole, but it will be because you're being truth to yourself, right? Like the wisdom card says right here. And don't worry, once you find that groundness, you'll be emotionally balanced enough to be able to communicate this and not feel guilty afterwards, you know? Yes, because we all deserve respect, right? You know who you are. You know who you are. You know who you are and when to take some learnings from certain people, from certain teachings. Remember that there's a lot to learn, an infinite library out there in our psychic, in our Akashic records to learn from. Okay, that's what Spirit's coming through with. So I hope this new collective reading was helpful in some way, that you can find your way in whatever you're going through right now, that you can find your peace, your calmness. Thank you so much for visiting and tuning in again, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.